The compliance risk assessments that have been the subject of publicity recently were never meant for public release. These are internal documents only that were used to inform compliance about appropriate interventions in these fisheries and to support fisheries management and our science colleagues in putting in place effective management regimes around the fisheries to ensure sustainability. It's important to understand that prosecutions only achieve short-term behavioural change. We're talking about fleets of vessels here operating in a fishery, and if you want to achieve behavioural change across a fleet, you have to use alternative methods, and the best way to do that was to use the information from these reports to work with industry, identify behavioural changes that needed to be made, and then monitor as we have done to ensure that those changes are made and that compliance rates are improved. There have been suggestions from a number of organisations and individuals that we're embedded with industry, and I can categorically refute that. That is not the case at all. I think if you look at our record of prosecutions of commercial fishing vessels and companies, it speaks for itself. We have a number of cases currently before the court, so we don't shy away from prosecution where it's necessary. We are impartial in the way we approach our decisions around prosecution and the way we enforce the legislation on fisheries, and we're not influenced by anybody. Compliance stands alone in its decision making. I was so disappointed to see the reports go out publicly. Our staff have worked long and hard and put in a lot of effort to generate these reports. They care passionately about the sustainability of the fishery, and this is one way of demonstrating that, and this has just completely undermined what they've tried to achieve. The documents have got into the public domain somehow, and we have a high degree of suspicion how that might have happened, but that's not something I can really talk about at the moment. Suffice to say that we as employees in this organisation really need to be conscious of security of information and making sure that this sort of thing doesn't happen again. We're currently working on going through all of the information around our activities, compliance activities, and there are documents that are going to be released in the very near future that date back almost 20 years. So there's a lot of work to be done, but we have a team working on that at the moment, and we'll get that up on the website so that people can see we've nothing to hide and we're being transparent. When we release documents, elements of those reports are blacked out to protect the privacy of persons and companies, as you would expect your privacy to be protected were you the subject of that report. There are also investigative techniques contained within those documents that we need to protect so that we can be effective in our investigations in the future.